Thank you so much.
Try.
Thank you so much. Guys, I cannot thank you all enough. Thank you. Holy shit.
Stop it! You're gonna make me cry.
Can you pick those up or no?
Yes, you can pick up and move them now.
Okay. I know certain things. Oh, Jesus. God.
Okay, you're gonna have to get off of there. Yeah, I was gonna.
Scared the shit out of me. Thought I broke it.
What's up, everybody?
Alright, so, dad joke time. I have been waiting to tell this one. If Jesus was real, they wouldn't have called it a crucifixion. They would have called it a crucifact. I've been waiting to tell that one. I've been waiting to tell that one.
See, Flanagan, oh, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, big boy. You're gonna make you float, too. We're gonna make you float. The fuck? Wow, that was a glitch. Somebody please clip that. Please clip that part. Please. That was crazy.
And you've just given me nightmares.
Christmas is coming.
That is what you're doing. So what you're saying is we're giving Moon a nightmare before Christmas.
Yes. Santa is coming to town. Oh, he's coming already.
You got paper! That's right, I knew it.
Alrighty.
Thank you. I'll take the Oscar.
Take damage. Friendly fire enabled.
So I don't know if the...
Shut up, Helga.
I am.
The harpoon?
He harpooned me and literally just dragged me up here. It like flung me up.
Oh, being correct in silence, huh?
I know how to play challenge later on.
Tuna, you don't get no treats until people show up and start feeding them to you. You know the
I
deal.
went down because I didn't realize that it killed my freaking follower.
Miserable. It was absolutely miserable.
All right, let's see. Does everything?
I was.
Is this actually gonna work
so
tonight?
Pissed. So
All right,
yeah,
that's up and running.
I was.
And it like removed the camera and fucked up everything.
I'm surprised it literally did not just eat the ship. I've seen it come up and eat the ship before. Oh, there we go. Yep. Man? Thank you for that follow, Sadie. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. A fellow Valheim player I see. Welcome in. How are you this fine Eve before Christmas Eve?
All right, I gotta get everything up and running here.
Hello.
Not in Discord.
Oh, okay. Then what I've got to do, I've got to fix that. I've got to fix that too, because everybody has to deal with it. Testing. I'd already switched back to normal, but we've got it working. You know what? All right, just
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads.
Good lord. That was bad. That was loud.
I mean, No, they're not big. I mean, there's other pieces of them in here, but it's all gonna taste the same. There's like little pieces left, but they're all gonna taste. I'm gonna share the same message that I shared with them, with all of you. Whether it is in streaming or in life, do not let yourself be defined by others.
Ooh, look who's first.
Up, duders? Be the best you can be. Build your own brand and be the best person you can be. Carve your own path. Do not be the y'all can hear the purring. Dude, that's actually worth something. Wait, what? You got up? Like that rock barely moved and it fucking killed him. Oh my god. That's hilarious. That fun stuff, and you know we've been having a lot of fun here. Let's share that out. Let's get that out. We already got a few people on the server. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is go grab me a thrall and head to like the
Yeah,
Red
I know
City
you're
or
never
the
truly
Unnamed City
silent, Helga.
and see about
You just sit
smacking
there
around
judging,
some of the
screaming
easier
into the void.
bosses.
Like
Dude,
a tax
cool.
on it with
Thank you for
tits.
those bits, man. Thank you
Zero
so
code
much for those
27
bits, bro.
WAAAAAAAAZA.
That's my. I have Helga. I have
code
missed you.
27
Hey, be okay.
With a pickaxe.
Be okay. My turn.
Hey now.
This is my ride, everything fantasy. Okay. Haha. 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 I've trapped you. I'm riding you like I am breaking you like bull.
I think the bot's gotten saucier while I've been away.
Well, okay, well, what's up, Jtron? How's it going, dude? Happy Monday to you. Welcome in and thank you. The Alpha Pariah. So no, like the Alpha Pariah is basically 148% level 5 Titan. You guys are insane. You know that? And Scrappy, each of you inspires me. I am me. I am just me. If anything, you know, you guys' faith in me and support of me.
All right, enough of the
How you
sappiness.
solve a problem like Maria.
Let's see.
God, I hate that I know that song.
Let's make sure everything is up and running. Okay, it looks like everything is up and running. Happy Tuesday. It is Taco Tuesday. Hope you all doing good. We're gonna give people a few minutes to get in here. Plus, I need to get the game up and running. And somebody needs to give the cat treats. She needs treats. I hope that you're doing good. I hope you all been well. Sorry I didn't stream last week. It was a busy week, and I have promised myself that while I do want to be back at least a couple nights a week, if I can't do it, I can't do it. Things will be slowing down just a tiny bit at work, so that gives me more energy to do this at night. We're gonna get back to Rogue Trader tonight. It is going to be last time we finished up Rykad Minoris. We got some brownie points with the faction that runs things in the sector that we're in. And I think tonight we're gonna go try to get ourselves a new navigator, because if we don't have a navigator, we can't go into the warp. So let me get the game loaded up. I didn't even bother starting it. Let me get this all discombobulated here. There we go. Oh, that man, this is really Tuna. You know the deal. You don't get treats until somebody gives them to you. So if you're not getting them yet, it's because somebody has decided not to give them to you
This
yet.
is my putt-putt. No, kid, you bad kid. No, kid is not putt-putt.
See?
Mom, kid is being a dildo.
All right, let's see. Also, they keep teasing me with this, and eventually I'm gonna have to get it. Oh, yeah, PC. They keep talking about this Dark Heresy. I'm gonna probably have to pick up Dark Heresy. I'm gonna probably have to pick that up. They did just drop the new DLC for this one. We're just starting out, so we're gonna be a while yet. There is a Souls-like that entered early access here on Steam. I kind of want to pick it up and check it out. There's another game that I want to check out too. You can you play the D-cell section of the game after loading your save. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Yes, we are turning on the Infinite Museum. Except now it's got to re-enable everything. There is a new Souls-like on Steam that I'm gonna have to check out. If I like it, it might be something we do on an occasional palate cleanser. That leaves me reading less stuff out loud for a bit. I've got to see if it's any good though. Tuna wants treats. She better submit her navigator resume. No warp travel without proper snacks. This cat probably could be a guide a ship through the warp. Okay, like I said, we did. I don't need to go to the captain's quarters. I'm really upset that I can't talk to what's her face. I can't. Where is it? Where are they? Is it? No, it's not. Anyways, something about the servitors losing their minds. Testing voice shields.
Lord Captain.
Lord
Captain.
Okay, there's nothing new that he's gonna say.
I'm in danger.
What's up, Minx? So let's go to the Coronis Expanse. We're in we just did I think it was Rykad Minoris. I think that was the name of it. Yeah, or no, Rykad Philia. We need to go this one, make contact with the Navis Nobilite station. Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Versarian's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. What now? Who am I gonna have to shoot? Oh yeah, Minx. Just so before we start reading this stuff. I saw it. I absolutely had to have it. But it has a murder horse on it, so I figured Minx would like it. The everyday sounds of the bridge are disturbed by voices raised in anger. Abelard's voice, the loudest of all. This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a highborn brat out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. The young woman standing before Abelard strives with all her might not to quail under the onslaught of her superior's anger. She falters, but then manages to look him in the eye and say, "Excuse me, I apologize, sir, but I must speak to the Lord Captain." Very well. She needs to speak.
The manager. I must speak to the manager.
Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb him. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence towards a higher-ranking officer will be logged on your personal file without delay. Lord Captain, Lieutenant Avrila Vent, requesting permission to speak. Vent falls silent and then adds rashly, on a matter of extreme importance and urgency. Tuna, I gave you 3. You don't need no more. You don't need no more. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me just do a thing here. That out of the way. Yeah, okay. You may speak, but I want to hear a report, not a shouting match. Having 2 officers bickering and full of fuel of the bridge is unacceptable. That's how I got it. Conduct of my ship. Yeah, there we go. I am sorry, Lord Captain. I thought that drastic times called for drastic measures. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault that will be dispatched to the lower decks on the orders to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary, but I am convinced that this step is unwarranted and that the crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. Bent is almost trembling with tension as she delivers her speech, her face extremely pale. What? Abelard, in no hurry to intervene, lets out a skeptical huff. He glances at Sourback, who is standing far from him, but she maintains a stony expression. Yeah, she is meowing at me. She's totally meowing at me. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Versarian and to intervene in what's happening on the lower decks, because very soon we'll have a mutiny or a massacre on our hands. Bent reels off the last words as though she knows them by heart. She has clearly been preparing to say them for some time, and when she is finished, she casts an anxious glance at Abelard, then at you. There's an insurrection in the making aboard my ship, and no one has informed me. I would not deem it a problem worthy of the rogue trader's attention. The lower decks, as it so happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers' rule across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, but even 8 years later, we were still battling rumors that the hero had survived his execution and was on the verge of gathering people to fight against tyranny once more. Abelard scoffs. Needless to say, the rumors were baseless. As for the current situation, we have sufficient enforcers to deal with it. Give Tuna a try. Oh. Nice try, Manx. There would have been a sound alert, but nice try. I see what you tried to do. Yeah, no. See, there's a voice redeemed. There's a voice that speaks, and that's how I know somebody redeemed it. Tuna appreciates the effort, but she has to wait. It will come up. Sounds like HR needs a stronger filing system. Yeah. Anyways. Let's see. Gather people fight against Jeremy and more, blah, blah, blah. But on this ship, the word of the Lord Captain carries more weight than a salvo from 100 bolters. I'm sure if the rogue trader addresses the malcontents directly, he will quell the unrest. I dread to think what problem you will disturb the rogue trader with next. Perhaps you will ask the Lord Captain to break up brawls in the mess room. I've already given you the means to resolve the problem. You simply need to use them. If I may, your lordship, sending a hit squad to crush the rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solving it. The situation could boil over any minute, so I'll give you the condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who'd been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it up the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics have been found alive. The search has brought tensions between enforcers and the workers to a head. Where does Seneschal Versarian come into all this? I shall explain, Abelard intones grimly. I beg you to hurry, time is running out. I will not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. God, I'm sorry. He's a little bit of a prick. There is an established order to the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is that the rogue trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is the Seneschal's role to ensure that. I've always handled internal problems myself, so of course, when I received information about cultists hiding on the lower decks, I took the matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodora von Valancius will find refuge on her ship. Like... No, Minx. No, don't work that way. I appreciate it. Let's see. You are far too heavy-handed, Seneschal Versterian. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishments for entire sectors. It has driven people to the brink, Vent says bitterly. Now, there is a strike on the lower decks in Depot 4 to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate into all-out insurrection. But when I reported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch an assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force.
Raiders are inbound.
What's up, Josh, dude? Thank you for the raid, man. Welcome in. Abelard, what do you have to say to all this? I see no need to add anything. I acted within the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interests of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the rectitude of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. For my part, I urge Lord Captain go down to the lower deck, stop the assault unit, and speak directly to the people. You will see that they are not lying or harboring heretics. That way you will stop the uprising before it begins. Justice for Tuna. You know, Tuna thinks that she can... The problem is that she has... Now, when I am sitting playing video games on the couch, she now gets up on the arm of the couch and baps me for treats this time of night. I have not evaded this. I mean, we're just getting started back into it. So we did, like, last stream, finished up Rykard Minoris, got brownie points with the ruling clan in the area. Maybe give her... I'm gonna give her treats when it can be redeemed. That's just the way that's gonna work. That way you'll stop the uprising before it begins. What is Depot 4? Depot 4 is one of the poorest sectors on the lower decks. It is home to the clans of general laborers. They are not as valuable to the ship as the families who have served its specialized systems for generations. They are an easily replaceable resource, and one which is now, more besides, giving succor to cultists and minions of the archenemy. Like, the bureaucracy expands to meet the needs of the expanded bureaucracy. Yes, exactly. Depot 4 is poor and troubled, but at worst that means drunken fights and illegal rot gut brewing. We have handled the workers of Depot 4 in the past. We would have done so again if the crackdown on Depot 4 hadn't been so harsh. And another important point to bear in mind, the problem is not limited to this sector. It is located on one of the most populated lower decks, and everything that happens there has a knock-on effect on all the neighboring sectors. Tuna is displeased that her custodians won't feed her snacks. Well, she needs to just deal with it. Let's see. Master at Arms, the ship's enforcers report to you, and yet you seem hesitant to provide your own perspective. Lord Captain, unlike Lieutenant Vent, I respect the chain of command and realize that it is not within my right to challenge my superiors. Sourback bows her head in Abelard's direction. However, a moment later, a serpentine smile appears on her lips. That being said, while I entirely share Master Viserian's opinion on what fate Depot 4 deserves, I must note that this insubordination is a direct consequence of practices that he himself has introduced. Mistress Sourback, I see you have decided to follow the lieutenant's example after all. Such behavior does you no credit. Sourback, explain yourself. The ship's regulations state that the Master at Arms is responsible for solving all matters related to the ship's enforcers, and yet it is no secret that the Seneschal has a tendency to show partiality. Those enforcers and officers whom he has deemed particularly promising are at times given permission to approach him for tutelage. Treats for June 2026? Look, y'all, y'all can sit here and you know, revolt all you want, but until that thing's lit up, she doesn't get none. There's a Russian-style bar aboard the ship? I might find it. I cannot deny Master Verserian's experience and insight. The Seneschal has a record of fostering students who have indeed achieved much and demonstrated impeccable performance. However, extending such patronage over the head of their immediate superior encourages disregard for hierarchy among your lordship's servants. Today, an enforcer goes to the Seneschal to report an order from the Master at Arms that they happen to disagree with. Tomorrow, they go to the Lord Captain to object to the Seneschal's order. I notice a pattern in these actions. Oh. Abelard, do you wish to respond? Mistress Sourback, can you recall an occasion where I would encourage an officer to disobey their superior? Or one where I would overrule their order? Or show favoritism to those who merited none? None, Seneschal, for there have been no such cases in the entire time I have served aboard this ship. If anyone were to claim otherwise, I would have them pay for insulting your honor with blood. Your conduct in this regard have always been spotless. Nevertheless, given your eminent position, a simple show of attention on your part is enough to erode the propriety of junior officers, inflate their sense of self-importance, and undermine discipline. That you distinguish some of them and know them by name is tantamount to walking around the officer's deck, handing out gifts to officers who have caught your eye. It fills those you set apart with ambition and audacity, makes them stand out among the rest. Enforcers are meant to be faceless servants, fighters ready to die, their fate entrusted to their commander and no one else. That is the sole foundation of order. Your closed captioning fibbed and... Dude, I have no control over what that does. Yeah, they restock every 10 to 15 minutes. I have no control over how the closed captioning works, dude. I really don't. So it can be funny. Lieutenant Vance, would you say the Seneschal has singled you out from your peers in any way? Lord Captain, I swear that Seneschal Versarian has never granted me any privileges, never once advocated for me, nor facilitated my promotions, although he is the man who convinced me to become an officer in the first place. He has offered me extensive guidance in my service, for which I am grateful to him. And while not all my fellows receive such attention, I know of at least a dozen fine officers whom the Seneschal keeps in his sights to ensure that they continue to strive. To prepare new generations of the dynasty's servants, to instruct them, and to separate those with potential from those who have exhausted it. That is my duty as Seneschal. This ship has bays worth of pilots, enforcers, officers, technicians, and stewards, whom I have raised personally. By the throne, every third person standing on this bridge right now was my student at one point. Depot 4 sounds like the Taco Bell of the lower decks. I just got done having some bomb tacos. I see. Evidently, my officers are anything but a shining example of unity and adherence today. I have only myself to blame, I suppose. I am sure that the Seneschal was acting within his authority, but I will verify the soundness of his decisions for myself. Throne preserve you, Lord Captain. I thank you for your support. Abelard grits his teeth slightly, an enterprise bordering on the sophomoric, but please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist I escort you. You hear the explosion and smell burnt fungus from here. I'm on my best behavior for now. Oh, that bot was not on their best behavior earlier. Totally not on their best behavior. Lord Captain, I regret that the enforcers were unable to handle the situation, when this then led to your and the Seneschal's involvement. So I consider it my duty to go to Depot 4 myself and see to the expedient resolution of this incident. On a table talk, if you took Orc commandos with rockets, you would have to roll if they exploded on launch. I mean, yeah, that was always a that was always a thing. Excuse me. Dude, we went to a place, we stopped at a place tonight it's called like Los Trompos. Every single meat is on a trompo. So every single meat is on a spit, roasting. I had a ribeye taco, a picanha taco, a pastor taco. Honestly, some of the best pastor I've had in a while. And a sirloin taco. And I mean, these were tacos. These are like a good 2 to 3 ounces of meat per taco. Absolutely freaking bomb. Oh, it was so good. All right, let's see. These guys got, what is that? Oh, that's like... Tuna, you hush. Hey, it's Versarian. Take that scum. Look who it is. This is all his fault. All of it. Boy, did he did not make friends. Abelard reflexively wipes the sweat from his brow in a startlingly human gesture and a telling one. A rare moment where he allows his age and weariness to show through his armor-like veneer of self-assurance. The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I clearly regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. Wow. Of course they were. The organization of the daily routine life of the ship rests upon my shoulders. The mountain of challenges and problems from which I endeavor to insulate you, Lord Captain, The situation on the lower decks has been a cause for concern, and I have intervened personally on more than one occasion. That must be why they remember me. They do not know your face. To them, you are akin to a creature of legend, one who has stood on the steps of the Golden Throne, no less. Whereas I am the man whose name is attached to every order, docking rations, or lowering a bay's heating. Let's keep moving. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Kitty, this is not Pud
Venture 4.
No, Kitty's a bad kid. No, Kitty's not Pud Mom, Kitty's being a dildo.
There, she's happy. She got some food. I've got to buy her more treats this weekend. We're finally almost out. Okay, so let's see. I think it's up this way.
I still do not see our purpose in coming here.
Relax, old man.
Somebody beat you to it. Duders is like always on it. Duders will run from cooking dinner to give Tuna treats. The sounds of a heated discussion reverberate through the ship's bays. Lieutenant Avrilla Vent of the ship's enforcers is barring the path of her superior master-at-arms Jocasta Sourback, who has arrived clad in armor. Judging by their expressions and tone, the standoff has dragged on for some time already and has now reached a boiling point. Lieutenant Vent, my patience is wearing thin. I have given you an order, now get out of my way. I cannot comply with that order, ma'am. Vent looks shaken, but there is fire in her eyes. This is my deck and my sector. So long as this area remains under the Lord Captain's special oversight, no action can be taken without my express permission. There are only 3 people who are authorized to make me stand down. The first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. You're on app, there's no timer for you. Alright, Minx. The next one you get to redeem. When she comes back, because she has now eaten her fill of treats and is now going off somewhere else. Aww. I'll tell you what, Minx. I'll give her a couple for you when she comes back. So not all my lessons fall on deaf ears, Abelard mutters in crabby approval. He does not clarify whether he means Vent, Sourback looming over her, or both. Your lordship, noticing you, the 2 officers snap to attention and salute their subordinates, following suit a moment later. Let's see. What's the situation? Your lordship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as far as resources allow. Under control, Lieutenant? I came here to lead an investigative unit, and what do I see? The rabble is on the verge of mutiny. There is nothing to investigate. This simply calls for immediate repressions and firing squads. And you, Vent, are a step away from facing charges yourself. I want to speak to the strikers. Abelard's mouth twists, but he restrains himself and says nothing. Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck. Hope gleams into Lieutenant Vent's eyes.
Stay sharp. Onward to victory.
Dozen pairs of eyes stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower decks. You take in their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation. From the barely discernible to the strange to the outright grotesque. What's up, Marcus? A whisper passes through the crowd and you detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy in their reactions. Oh, yeah, that I do need to do. No, Helga, I literally buy the cat silence with the treats. Good night. Have a good night. Fair, the cat doesn't want loyalty, it wants hush money. Exactly. A whisper passes through the crowd and you detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy in the reactions. Finally, 3 people break away from the crowd, an elderly woman and 2 men. These must be the leaders. They bow clumsily before you. Lord Captain, you have come down to us. Tell me what is troubling you. Why are you striking? Striking? That's news to us, your lordship, says a tall, thin man in worker's garbs. All we are doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Shut up, Rivet, snaps the old woman who thrusts her hostile dark eyes on you.
Here's the deal, your lordship. Your damned enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists, one wrong word and they're reaching for the batons. They want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to whole bays for a week at a time, so we get sick and freeze, and our clan 2 little ones died from inflammation in their lungs, all because of those enforcers.
The old woman spits on the floor and rubs at the spittle with the toe of her worn-out shoe. I'm sorry, she's complaining to the management right now. Argenta does not interrupt the workers, but you see the sadness well in her eyes when the children's deaths are mentioned. She quietly whispers a requiem prayer and makes a sign over herself. It's all true. Vent is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks and who grew up amidships and has no fellow feeling towards us. The grim man with a scarred face throws up his arms. Your lordship, we're no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We plotted no disorder. We went on strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. I don't know what the heck's going. You know what? I might have to. Give me 1 second. YouTube is oh, I think I know. Let's see here. I'll have to deal with it later. YouTube is the upload speed's being a bitch tonight. Anyways. Oh wait. Here's the explanation. The people have been pushed to the limit and now they're lashing out. As if we don't know why these top deck units are being sent down here. Like that one there the lieutenant won't let past. Our clans are all inside the bay that's been sealed off, but the lower decks are big. I'm sure there are some people who've had just about enough. We're getting it from all sides. The soldiers have encircled the ones who have risen up. A death squad has just arrived. It's no wonder folk are lashing out. Awareness test, their words seem sincere to you. Their body language and the glances traded between them reveal that the news of the attack has shocked them. The prosecution started apropos of nothing, you say. I was told that one of you was found in possession of a cultist amulet and that there are heretics hiding here. A cultist amulet? What's that? The gewgaw they found on the dead drunkard? If it was something evil or forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcers just said they were looking for heretics among us and anyone obstructing your investigation would be punished. But how could there be heretics here? We know our own people. There have been no new faces around. Definitely not, and if there were, we'd be the first to report them. And as for this amulet or whatever it is, they took it off a dead body. There are no cultists still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. But when the fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots they came back with. Nobody's ever tread these decks in boots so fine, I can tell you that. Seems to me these cultists have better commanders than us. Oh yeah, those boots really were fine, and there was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor, and when we're working, we bow down before the machine spirits of the large and small transformers and the servo motor. The same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling. Believe us, your lordship, we are people of faith. What's up, Sandy? Naive children, weren't you taught from an early age about the dangers of the arch-enemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? We were told, Holy Sister, but it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector was just after I'd had my third little one. Enforcers turning on off the heat? That's a standard move for 40k. That is regrettable, but you cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when beasts crawl out of those amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father who is not there? Or the scavenger who brought evil down on himself and his neighbors? Let's see. Abelard, anything to add? I authorized the use of all necessary measures to locate Chaos worshippers hiding in this sector. The specific steps taken by the officers were not reported to me. Abelard frowns, clearly disgruntled at having to explain himself in the workers' presence. Nevertheless, I am certain that their actions were justified. Cultists are no drunken stevedores. They are the enemy and a threat to the ship. Neutralizing them demands decisive action. Sourback, was it really necessary to torture these people with cold? The rabble understands only one language, Lord Captain, that of violence. As per regulations, should the laborers persist in their unwillingness to cooperate, the next step is limiting air supply and cutting off water, which is almost certain to restore order. The peasants can grumble all they want, but at the end, they are the source of their own misery. All they have to do is bow their heads and fall in line, and the need for the punitive measures will disappear. In other words, the beatings will actually continue until morale improves. All right. What changes do you want? Would you look at this? The exalted Lord Captain is... Oh, I gotta do this in the voice.
Well, would you look at this? The exalted Lord Captain himself is asking us Bildrats what we want. Well, here's what. We want you to rein in your damned enforcers, quit turning off the heat, and to stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here, and we want to be armed. Get us arms or we'll govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves if these cultists do show their faces. I've been leader of my clan for 20 years now. Getting rid of these club-wielding thugs can only improve things around here.
You've gone too far, old man. They'll never let the maggots on the lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They probably even insist on enforcers on the upper decks, too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor out of stupidity or drunkenness. We don't need that. If the enforcers stop hassling us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultist bodies and we'll talk to them. One lower decker to another. If there are any more of those damned amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. You speak for yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures, I want real change. They'll promise us the world now, but as soon as the anointed one turns his back, these brutes will be on us even harder than before, all because we dared speak out. The tall worker's eyes dart between the two arguing leaders. Every few seconds, he opens his mouth as if planning to agree, but each time he falls silent, simply making a few vague noises of approval. Let's see. You have failed to... you know what? I'm going with... Now, see, this is to me the more dogmatic approach. I mean, yes, I could be like, the unrest ends now, everyone involved would be eliminated. But spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would be even worse. What's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Withdraw those demands and we will consider the rest. This is the law. This is the Lex Imperialis route. The tall worker they call Rivet shrugs and casts a sidelong glance at the old woman. Old man, listen. The Lord Captain himself has come down to us and is offering concessions, and I don't know a single person in the whole of Depot 4 has ever stood next to the rogue trader, let alone talk to them. Back down. Now's no time for you to be a stubborn old crow. No, we're not going to get... No, Helga, we will not be giving them guns. Listen to us, old man. The three clans of Depot 4 ought to act as one. We made our minds up. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. We don't need any of that. Cowardice, tiny little awful panic sausage. Well, yeah, well, exactly. That's the point. We don't trust the people. The old woman hisses in dissatisfaction. You two are ganging up on me, is that it? So brave you are against an old woman, but I'll shut up. I will indeed. I won't go against two clan leaders on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make your peace. Like literally, no, we're not giving you weapons. That's great, just fantastic. Lord Captain, we're all agreed. I'm winning this debate. Thoughts, Abelard? The story about going scavenging for boots and accidentally picking up heretical amulet doesn't convince me. These people were moments away from rebelling and possibly becoming minions of the arch-enemy. Let's not give them what they want, even if they did acquire something innocently, purely out of their own stupidity. Does that mean they are not tainted with corruption? I mean, that's fair, but at the same time, Abelard's just a little bit too emotionally invested in this whole thing, considering I think he had feelings for Theodora. What begins as petty thievery can turn into a far graver problem. I have seen it before. Abelard's face darkens momentarily. In my second war, there was a sergeant in the Imperial Guard Regiment that was stationed nearby. The sergeant took an ordinary pocket knife from the body of a heretic, and his whole unit lost their lives for it. When they finally managed to break into the barracks, they found not a single survivor. Only the pocket knife, which had grown through all the rows of beds like a metal choking vine. So when it comes to scavengers, malcontents, strikers, and whatever they'll turn to next, my verdict is simple: give them no quarter. Like, that's freaking hilarious, though. A pocket knife just basically grew gigantic in the room and killed everybody. I mean, the Swiss Army knife has got nothing on that shit. That sounds like a very on-brand 40k story. Master at Arms, where do you stand? Give the rabble a Grox and they will take an Agra world. Lord Captain, they only understand brute force and will interpret any concession as a sign of weakness. Giving them weapons and recalling the enforcers would be folly. It would only be... Okay, so they're like, the persecution will stop, and I expect assistance in locating any remaining amulets or weapons left by the cultists. Your lordship, thank you. You have not abandoned us lower deckers. You came yourself and sold everything. I'll tell my grandchildren about this. I lost profit factor by your trade connections and income you're holding your treasure. While traveling, your character will lose profit factor for buying items and completing colonial. Not spent on purchases. Instead, its level determines your ability to conclude trade transactions. If I had offed all of these people, I would have been able to get more money. That's capitalism. Of course, your lordship will root out any nasty business faster than the enforcers and will leave no stone unturned. See, now, this is my thinking on this, though. If you think about it, I have just given them every incentive to turn on every possible heretic in their ranks just so they're left alone. So I've done better than unleashing the enforcers on the entire lower deck, because now they'll turn in their own. This is complete bedlam.
Onward to victory.
I mean, I do totally get where they're all coming from, but, like, come on. I get it. I do get it.
Let's seize the moment.
Stopping unexpectedly, Abelard imperiously dismisses the unit to stand at a distance and address your companions. And addresses your other companions, saying, I have an urgent matter to discuss with the Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. Abelard looks at you and his last vestiges of restraint vanish. Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain? Now, I should use the Karen voice for him. You kowtowed to the disloyal rabble, you believed their lies and showed them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by cultists, that rabble will welcome them in with open arms and allow them to wreak whatever havoc they like because they see you as a weak leader. Is that how you see your future at the helm of the Val Valancius Protectorate? Let's talk about your role in this, all this instead. You allowed this revolt to happen. Your actions practically guaranteed it would. I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene, Abelard says irascibly. Remember Lord Captain Theodora. Do you think she would ever set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers while she dedicated herself to her grand designs for the Protectorate, as any true strategist and rogue trader ought. Maybe if Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, she wouldn't have wound up dead. There's a new Lord Captain aboard this ship, and I will not repeat her mistakes. Abelard looks at you stunned and exhales loudly, then he nods curtly. I commend your decisiveness, but I am uncomfortable with introducing new protocols in the midst of a crisis. And Abelard stands straight at attention. I lost my temper, Lord Captain, and I believe I ought to explain myself. Abelard speaks slowly, the words coming easily to him. Option 1, no concessions. The prosperity of the Von Valancius Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodore's deeds the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I had known, everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire protectorate, rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly everything that had been built over years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. Excuse me, I'm trying not to burp here. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed, and who knows what is happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you to find your footing as quickly as possible, and to do that, I must insulate you from problems that in the past have been dealt with by tried and tested procedures set out in the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed excess to requirement. Thank you for redeeming that. Theodora trusted in established procedures and she died. I won't make the same mistake. If you want to keep building the future of the Von Valancius Protectorate with me, stop living in the past. I understand, but you need to learn how to respect me as your Lord Captain and Rogue Trader. Accept it and start living in the new world. A world where Theodora is gone and where you and I have new decisions to make. The prosperity of the Von Valancius is just as important to me. You are the only person who has comprehensive knowledge of how things are run on a ship in the future. I will follow your recommendations. I value what Theodora created, and I trust that this situation is aberration that ship's otherwise smooth operations. Established procedures didn't really work. I've seen plenty of sentiment and hand-wringing in recent days, but very little competence. I have no plans to rely on your judgment or your tried and tested procedures in the future. Theodora trusted in established procedures, and she died. I won't make the same mistake. If you want to keep building the future of the... I still... Abelard solemnly inclines his head. Yes, Lord Captain. After a moment's silence, he adds, looking at you with interest, your resolve is admirable and demonstrates strong leadership. I shall remember this moment should my old habits ever begin to creep back in. And now, please let us leave the lower decks. If the rogue trader desires to stretch his legs, there are far more suitable places. Let's see this through. That's right. I'm the boss. Like, let's be real. Chaos found purchase on this ship, and they were able to get so many cultists, and dipshit was able to do what he was able to do because it sounds like we weren't treating people very well on here, which gave them all the more reason to revolt. Now, I'm not saying there won't be executions, because I guarantee there will be executions, but I'm also not going to, I'm not going to do it unless necessary, unless they actually violate the law. Because let's be real, if you look at what is it? If you look at any of the Arbites, which is what I am, then you know that they are just basically Judge Dredd. I don't think we've already kind of gone. Yeah, the past is a corpse, just like the Emperor. Though apparently a lot of people are getting really excited by the new trailer for the next iteration of Buy More Minifigs, because the Emperor has one eye open. Like the Emperor does not have an eye open. It looked totally glazed over. All right. Wait, was it Lord Captain reporting? The heralds of the Navis Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence, perhaps due to Iraq 5 being off limits to visitors. We intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn our ship around immediately. We have also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobilite House requires aid and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmission. Who thinks the Emperor's hand twitching was him getting mad at Rowboat Girly? I did not see the hand twitch. But let's be real, okay? Yeah, he's a corpse, but he's being kept alive by a lot of psychic energy. You mean to tell me that his hand doesn't twitch? Like, you mean to tell me that all that going on and he doesn't twitch while he's dreaming in eternal sleep or whatever? We will, contact the station again. I am sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not reply, even after an official greeting by a rogue trader and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. It was the only thing everyone took from the 11th edition trailer. See, I did not catch the hand twitching. I just saw the face. It looked like he had an eye open. So that twitch was him trying to swat the flies off his millennia-old corpse. Facts. Order the auger crew to scan the station. Yes, Lord Captain. Vox remains silent for a while, but then you hear a static in Vigdis's measured voice. The officers from the auger crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. We were able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered and some fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the station has not been abandoned. So the question remains, why are the esteemed navigators' heralds ignoring us? We will not invade. Order the crew to commence docking with the station. Turn back. No one dares to give me orders. No, Lord Captain, of course not. We're docking. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening at the station, so you will have to look for the esteemed navigators blind. Dock safely, and may the God Emperor light your path. All right, we've got the full crew. Everybody's ready to go. Like, I honestly, looking at, I know that the Emperor coming back has been a thing that they've been talking about for a while, but there's this whole, oh no, the Emperor can never come back. If the Emperor comes back, and like, let's see what happens. You know, maybe it'd be a good thing for it all to come crashing down and launch a whole new line of minifigs to buy.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
If the God Emperor rises from the throne, he will say he is no God, which is the highest form of heresy, and the Grey Knight ultimatum must be executed. Yeah. In the name of House Orselio, I command you to execute the infidels. Strange guests on the station. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face, and not just his own blood. Two jet black unblinking eyes are watching your every move, and a third one, the mark of a navigator's face, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of his forehead. Step back or I'll unleash all the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. Desist, brother, it was the Emperor's will that brought me to this abode. Avalard, if you keep talking to me this way, and I will make you swallow your own tongue. I like that one. But this one is more, no one has the right to interpret his will so freely, brother. But wait, I recognize your coat of arms. You must be a lord of the Von Valancius dynasty. Yes, I am absolutely positive, in fact. See, the thing is if the God Emperor gets up off the throne and says, I'm no God, and they try to execute that order, he will destroy them. This man, this is the most powerfully gifted psychic in the entire universe that can literally do battle with gods and is basically was one step away from controlling the entirety of the webway. Still say Magnus did nothing wrong. He was trying to warn his dad. You know, at the end of the day, to me, I'm sitting here going, he would just destroy them. Corpse or not, he's still psychically immeasurably powerful. And since fate has brought such an important person into my abode, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felix Christoph August, keeper of the station. So you did not come to offer support to the traitors. This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Urok 5 is a holy sanctum for House Orselio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you are not on the guest list. The navigator looks at his guards and winces. The soldiers are quivering as if their tormented flesh were being flayed, yet they keep clutching their weapons. I came here in search of a navigator. Provide me with a navigator, and I'll immediately depart the station. I came here in search of a navigator. I'm looking for the Lord Inquisitor's interrogator. Why would a keeper of the station command vile mutants condemned by the Emperor? The blame lies with Theobald Orselio, the second keeper of Urok 5. The old man was a great navigator but could no longer control his powers. I begged him to retire, but he was too obsessed with our mistress, Lady Cassia. His madness had stubbornness spelled doom for the entire station, where he opened his third eye in a fit of rage and unleashed the horrors of the warp on those who displeased him. The Theobald I knew would never have used his powers in such a reckless manner. This will be difficult to explain to the uninitiated, but I am going to try. I don't trust this guy. Hold on. I totally don't trust this dude. The warp currents in the system have been tumultuous for dozens of cycles and have worn the veil between our world and the immaterium thin and frail, at least here on the station. The ruinous powers are trying to tear it down completely and corrupt all living things. The servants were the first to fall victim to it. Oh, their bodies morphed, and pain and despair drove the poor souls mad. The lunatics took my mistress prisoner and almost destroyed the station, but I rallied the few who still followed the light of the Golden Throne to set things right. So the Emperor gets up, declares he's not a god, and suddenly it's heresy trial o'clock. I mean, yeah. If the Emperor ever got up and declared all this stuff, I mean, as is, it's got to be hell for the Primarchs who are coming back to see that basically everything they fought for got completely turned upside down. It really has to be freaking like hell for them. Even for, you know, old robot girly man. Which, my God, why the hell did they have to name him that? Of all of the ones whose names I have to pronounce in my head while I am reading the books, his is the one that drives me the most annoying. I mean, I know it's Rabute or Rabute or whatever, but I'm just like, Rob, okay, Rob Gorilla Man. The Lord Navigator here is speaking the unvarnished truth. I bet this station is full of voices and whispers, all trying to break through from the other side, waiting for you to reach out and swing the door wide open. I sincerely hope the influence of the Immaterium has not yet affected your body and your soul. With all due respect, I advise you not to remain at the station. Return to your void ship. I need to save Lady Cassia. If you are not willing to help or indeed risk your life, you must leave now. What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask you for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet Felix takes his hand away from his rib cage, notices blood and winces in pain. And yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness, but you may actually succeed. In order to ascend to the mistress's chambers, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orselio herself. This is the control rod of the elevator machine spirit. I have one part and the other was lost during the mutiny, but even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered. Why should I help you? You came to this station for a reason. House Orselio will not be able to help you until the current crisis is resolved. But if you aid us now, I promise we will reach an agreement that you will find satisfying, be it riches, influence, or the power of our navigators. What's up, dude? How do I remake the control rod? I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood, and needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient of sacred mechanisms will help to rebuild the rod. The tech priests ceaselessly perform the rites of appeasement so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. So how am I supposed to power the elevator? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. If it's so simple, why don't you do it yourself? I never said that the feat would be easy to accomplish. The path to the laboratory and guard room is blocked by the very same madmen who took over the station. They will not negotiate and are not afraid of displeasing the Navis Nobilite or incurring the Emperor's wrath. They bow only to brute strength, something I currently happen to lack. Guess that makes sense. So what have you decided? Was your house upset the balance of power in this part of the galaxy? I'll help you if not for the sake of profit, but the good of the Imperium. It will be an honor to save the Lady Navigator from her woes. The Road Trader's aid will cost House Orcelio, but you should rejoice for your mistress will live. I will rescue your mistress, but in return it requires that House Orcelio sign a contract with my protectorate. Aha! So be it. Hurry, the mistress's safety is all that matters, but should you fail, our arrangement is finished. Okay, so we have to go this way? Let's see if we can find ahead. Or is there doors this way?
White. Bright, pure color. And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you?
That's the return to the void
Why
ship.
are you crying?
If the witch is talking about the enemies of humanity who set upon this abode of noble navigators, then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery.
Venture forth.
Gotta find out where I'm supposed to exactly go here. Must be restored using cogitator in the guard room.
The premonition runs true.
The corpses were mauled by a force far beyond any mortal capacity. The faces are twisted in pain. And the hands are fused with improvised weapons, tools, scissors, and cutlery. Okay. Where's the door? Because that other door goes back to the void ship. We don't want to do that.
Stay sharp.
Can't go this way. I think there's only like. Can I duck through here?
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Let's seize the moment.
Let's see what's that.
I did fine.
Most of the unfortunate souls took their own lives by slicing their guts wide open. Aren't they lovely?
Over there.
Ripper auto pistol. There we go. Mutant trader. Nice. Oh, goods. What's that? Mutated flesh sample?
Onward to victory.
I don't even know like what the thumbnail selected. Yeah, I don't even know what it selected. Like, I just have it to auto because I've kind of figured that setting up freaking thumbnails for streams, like, that's just, most people don't even bother.
Your execution is assured.
Okay, so let's see. Abelard is going to go there. She's gonna go there. Argenta can go Oh, the path is blocked? Wait, is she in cover? No, she's not. She can go here, actually. I'm gonna put him over here. She can go... Oh, the path is blocked. And Adira... Actually... Adira can go there. And what we'll do is we'll take Abelard and we'll move him here. We'll take her, put her... How is it blocked? It works. Okay, start the battle.
Weather the storm.
My faith strengthens me.
My fear strengthens me. Let's see.
Cover me.
Oh, now she can move up there.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, okay. Line of sight's literally blocked. Shit.
What
I didn't realize that that was actually blocking.
Welcome, Dranger.
Wow, thank you so much for the thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you so much for the resub, dude. I'm playing a turn-based attack as well, but one of my squad leaders has her called Get Mother, which allows him to use squad weapons without deploying. So right now he is running around with a full-size mortar, launching mortars while ordering it. Jeez.
No can do.
Okay, I think she can actually see them.
What? Be gone.
There.
Follow my lead.
Pain and duty go hand
I
in
love
hand.
how it just shot his own person in the back.
Follow my lead.
See, all of them lining up is just dumb. Because I'm gonna move Adira. I'm gonna have Adira come out where she could just like slaughter them.
Rejoice in battle.
Okay, I think that she can shoot. Yeah.
I'll do it.
That was good.
Stay vigilant.
I've suffered worse.
Abelard here, he's just like stabbed, stabbed, stabbed.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
I must not falter.
They won't expect this. I said, so done. That's how it's done.
Weapon at the ready.
Controlled shot or called shot lets me shoot around him. That's necessary. Actually, I think Cleve would be...
Follow my lead. Moving out. Forge ahead. Suits my plan. You didn't stand a chance. Weather the storm. Follow my lead.
My ears are ringing.
Okay, Adira needs to come... Oh, she really needs to... She needs to get, like, where she can do some work here. I think that she's out of cover there.
On it. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Yeah.
Shields me. Onward.
Let's see. She's gonna do controlled shot.
He's a threat.
Not a problem.
I know what to do.
Follow my lead. My faith strengthens me.
I will do like yours.
What? Wait, no. No, that was not what he was supposed to do.
Someone else can do this. At your beck and call.
I screwed up on that. I clicked the wrong one. Excuse me.
Let's see how they respond to this. Not a problem to me.
There is movement in the Empyrean. Anything else? Farewell.
Guided by faith.
Absolutely not. I'll pass.
No line of sight to the target. How could she not see him? He's right there. Oh, fine. Oh, wait. All right.
Easy. Costly mistake.
That settles that.
They say I have a magnetic personality. That certainly explains why I keep attracting trouble.
That was
Duty
cheesy
beckons.
as fuck. That was absolute cheese. All right, we're leveling up now. I want to give him ballistic skill. No, he's got. Oh no, it's automatically giving him ballistic skill. What is this one? 140% wounds, superior gauge of custom, doing my part. Same archetype as this character. The first archetype ability used in each combat costs one. No heresy. I already have no heresy. Oh yeah, we'll take that one. What's up, potato? Yeah, that was cheesy as hell. That was I even had to I the one who does dad jokes had to even go, yeah, wow. Take that one for him. Her, she's getting we're giving her pyromancy. And better warp lore. Adira cover is not a suggestion, it's a survival tip. Move your ass. Yeah, Helga, that was totally a bowling alley. Let's see. Oh, wait. No, she's done. Her turn. She's going to get... we'll give her perception. And let's see. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. Okay, Blade Dancer, definitely toughness for her. I like that. Make them weaker. And she's going to get, oh wait. I already have that. She's got to be leveled up. So she's going to take strength. No, agility. And... oh, bolter weapon proficiency. That's definitely a good one. Oh, look at that. We got all kinds of goodies. Stuff to sell.
Let's see this through.
Now let's see if we can find if there's any notice how we fought those guys and this person's just up here just doing whatever. Like there's servants and people just standing around doing nothing. What's that? Navigator flesh sample.
The crew continues to mourn Lady Theodora. I fear it may affect the performance of their duties in service of the Lord Captain.
In his service, will they find strength and fortitude? Only thus will they turn their...
God, protect the child. Blah, blah, blah. Shotgun to the face.
Matters.
Deep cut extends across the mutant's throat, and a holy aquila has been carved into their forehead. Traitors are often executed in this way. Interesting. Research notes that Keeper Theobald graciously agreed to provide samples of his skin growths so he could study the influence of the rebellious immaterium on the flesh of the Navis Nobilite. Just as we thought, navigators are positively resistant to the restless... hold on, let me see... info. Navigators are positively resistant to the restless currents of the warp. The God Emperor truly does shield some people against corruption and misery, but let us get back to the study of mortal flesh. Another servant will be carried in shortly. I must ready the organ extraction equipment. Adamantine dust in Blackwater. This was the worst idea that could have entered my mind. God Emperor be praised, I am lucky to still have my head on my shoulders after this reckless experiment. Nevertheless, we did make an important discovery. The adamantine seems to protect the frail flesh of the lowborn to a degree. Having said that, not even the macerator can handle its temper, so we should probably introduce a more complex compound into the formula. All of the data related to the experiment were recorded to data crypt K040H. I will get back to them later, once I am done with experiment H41OK. Have I mentioned that the chunk of meteorite found by Keeper Felix subjects is completely useless? Although its shining granules could be used to make new paints for the child. Yes, I think I'm going to do exactly that. Anything else in here?
Marching ahead.
Oh, there's a door. We're gonna try tech use.
Always striving for greatness.
I'm always striving for greatness.
My actions speak louder than words.
All kinds of trade goods. A sniper rifle.
They say a little bit of humility never hurts anyone.
I really
help others
hate.
better
I
themselves
really
by
hate the fact that there was a bug
humiliating
in
them
picking and
at
making that
every
character,
step.
and it has Abelard's voice, and it's a woman. Like that just that just yeah. Okay, him. No, not Abelard. Let's go to where there's my rogue trader. He gets the fun toys. Let's see. Well, he'll dodge more attacks, even though it's light and it's lighter armor.
Forge ahead. Never linger.
I think that's a good thing. Oh, there's another door we didn't open. The Cogitator's vid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. The button switches and levers are ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism that now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish. You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation lever. The cracked vid screen of the sacred engine flickers. Cogitators insides emit creaks and groans, and the lumens oscillate at random. It takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant you access to the Cogitator systems. Request data on the navigator. After a brief pause, the data appears on the vid screen. Pelic Orcelio, location main hall, status alive. Theobald Orcelio, location upper chambers, status alive. Calamira Orcelio, location upper chambers, status deceased. Alexius Orcelio, location lower level, status deceased. Rasmus Estevan Orcelio, location unknown, status deceased. We don't know where he is, we do know he's dead. Child location. Location, upper chambers, biometric parameters, rapid heartbeat, elevated body temperature, stress level exceeds the permissible limit, status unknown error. Attention, calming procedures advised. Attention, upper chambers inaccessible. Error, the control rod is not present. The rod has been misplaced. Immediately contact a station keeper and the Navis Laboratorium custodian. Examine a log. The archive of data stored on the Cogitator's local data crypt is partially corrupted. You still manage to access the residual logs for examination. The Vox recording hisses for some time before you hear a voice. This is Officer A282. Do you copy? Several generators overheated on the lower levels. Chambers A to D are unpowered. Tech priest crew sent to investigate the problem is not responding. Requesting back, the officer's speech is interrupted by shouting, and the recording abruptly ends. You know the drill. You have to wait. Nobody's redeemed it yet. Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression out of the living quarters. Explosive decompression. We've located traces of mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9 that were cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls. Senior station officers, this is the captain speaking. We attempted to contact the Winter Scale Scion for help, but something is jamming the signal. We never received a reply and cannot be sure it has even sent in the first place. The rescue team is not coming. We are on our own, so remain vigilant. Anyone could be a traitor. You hear me? Anyone. If you are in doubt, shoot to kill. Let's see, recent entries. The incident log, the servants close to the child have started butchering one another again. An order came from above to have their remains reprocessed. Corpse starch. The negotiations with the Winter Scales were a success. A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them to the laboratory at once. It is imperative that we increase the new retainer's resistance to the child's powers. Data expunged. Examine station's docking logs. Identity confirmed. Regent Aranto Orcelio. Data visit classified. Reason for visit classified. Data departure classified. Security and life support logs. Warning, damage in technical compartments A12, B3, D8, and H24 detected. Warning, living quarters L10, L16, L28 depressurized. Warning, unable to access the station's docking system. Warning, energy regulation system, unknown error. The station will transfer over to emergency power. Immediate evacuation of the facility is advised. Oh, Jesus. View the encrypted data. Required access level, security captain or above. Current access level, senior security officer. Let's see if we can do it. You easily bypass the restrictions imposed on the sacred machine. The cogitator's overloaded processors were unhappily. Most of the encrypted data has been wiped. You find traces of the purge protocol. Recovery is impossible. But a list of the most recent commands having been embedded in the machine spirit's consciousness now flits across the screen in a single creeping line. Child, delete, picked flow, disable, access code, annul, station controls, delete, activate, shuttle, self-destruct, purge, command log. Exploring the archive for a while longer yields a surveying excerpt from the guard captain's report mentioning that the security system had recently been reconfigured without his knowledge. His comment reads, only the keepers of the station have access to the life support systems, but Keeper Theobald had not left the child's side, neither had I. Could it be that? Return to the list of available commands. Switch to the main elevator controls. Few levers make you realize the elevator to the upper chambers is blocked. Activate the elevator. Process query confirmed. Power to the elevator must be restored using cogitator at the guard room. Okay. Switch to the main chamber controls. Open all doors on the level. The cogitator goes dark as if a machine spirit had fled their mechanical casket, but your assumption is incorrect as it fills with static. Just a few moments later, you can barely make out an inscription amidst the flow of rapidly changing symbols. Warning, data corrupted, process, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Step away from the cogitator.
Onward to victory.
We scrambled its brains. Oh, collect all. Apparently, he had some goods.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
What's he got? A Mars pattern sword. Better than his chain sword. Noble silk gloves. +5 bonus to persuasion. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What gloves is he wearing right now? +3. I mean, we'll probably hold him. We'll hold on to him. Put those on him. What we'll do is we'll take and go to her. What's her tech use? 30. It's his tech use. 43. That's because of the gloves. She's got 35, 30. See, we'll just take him when we need to do tech use stuff. We'll put the gloves on him, but we'll keep them off of him.
Let's seize the moment.
Okay, we can't open that door. No going in there. Okay, that got eerie. We got warp shit going on. Locked. Oh, let's see if we can open that. Oh, we might be able to open that door for the cogitator.
Stay sharp.
Awaken a cogitator. Switch to main chamber controls. Open all doors on the level. Push a few buttons that the system rebels and keeps, according to the data, the compartment you're trying to open is depressurized. Protocol has to exceed. The passage has been opened. Already been opened. Okay. Step away from the cogitator. Wait, did we miss? We looked at everything in the log, right? I'm pretty sure we did. View the encrypted data. No, your last relationship was probably just deflated.
Marching ahead.
I rise to the occasion.
Synthetic amniotic fluid pools across the floor, barely discernible traces stretch to the side opposite the blah blah blah. More goods. Cost extension reagent, sears your nostrils or broken glass. Somebody wanted to destroy the laboratory or find something.
Venture forth.
Let's remake the control rod. Oh, interesting. We can start doing chemistry. Everybody needs chems.
Forge ahead, never linger.
Hey, you know, you gotta touch the control rod with the fancy gloves.
An expected result.
Let's see this through.
Right? Don't I have the control rod? Oh, Adira has the control rod.
How may I serve the dynasty?
Control rod required. What do I just...
That is not my destiny.
Okay,
Gold has been added to the Raiders' Den coffers.
Who did the thing? Dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Fuck, I'm like totally blanking right now. Luis, thank you so much, dude. It's showing up your ROTC senior chief. So it's like, thank you so much, man. Let me go over to YouTube real quick. Thank you. I don't know what it was. It didn't give me the alert, but thank you so much for the super chat. Dude, thank you so much. I hope you've been good. Holy crap. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the $50 super chat. For a stupid email that puts on, dude, it does that to me now and then too. It does that to me now and then. It's weird. Okay, I've got the control rod.
Cry out for salvation.
A control rod. Oh, do I need to put it somewhere? How do I use the control rod?
Consider that off limits.
You dealt with the threat and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost the mistress her life. Adira suddenly cocks her head and drives her nails deep into her shoulder. Then she starts mumbling. Crossroads, there are two paths, both stained with blood. Both lead to the accursed eye. They all wear masks, so poor and flimsy. They fall at the slightest touch, one hiding a blind man, another a traitor. Dude, again, thank you so much for that, suit. Thank you so much for that $50 super chat, dude. Really, serious, honestly, thank you. I really appreciate it. I hope that you've been well. Tell me more, what paths? I cannot say. One is paved with blind faith, the other with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you like the most. Who is who? Who do you see behind the masks? My whisperers are giggling nastily. They will not speak. The naughty little things. They say that tearing off the masks is your concern. Thank you. Everything is clear now. Dira nods tiredly and glances at Felek out of the corner of her eye. This station has enough problems without your sorcery, Psyker. I have many questions regarding what happened on the station. The madmen I fought were convinced that we were the traitors. That's why they are insane. Will you really heed the ramblings of retainers who dared to raise their hand against the scions of a noble bloodline? The servants alone cannot be blamed for what happened on the station. Most corpses I discovered were either unarmed or feeble. The warp corrupts not only the soul, but just as much the body and the mind. Mad and furious, a single servant wielded more strength than an entire squad of the mistress's personal guards. The bodyguards had their minds fogged as well, but their honed will let them hold out just long enough to destroy those who rushed in to assault them bare hands. I'm getting frustrated with where winds meet. Why are you getting frustrated with it? Destroying the shuttle, shutting off the power, and disabling the security systems. Too many things require special access. Access only available to the keeper of the station. As I'm sure you're aware, there were two keepers of the station. Your guess is absolutely correct. Theobald Urselio, the demented old man obsessed with Lady Acacia and her power, and also the one to blame for the woes that have befallen Urak 5 and our noble line. Tuna, like literally, you will not get treats until somebody redeems them for you. I'll take the blind faith. At least I can blame the tragedy on someone else's bad eyesight. I saw the security captain's report. Only the keepers have access to the station's systems, but Theobald stayed aside the entire time and could not have initiated the self-destruct protocol. Which means he did it before the report was filed. Or maybe after, or Felix's face turns twisted in disgust. You dare suspect me of what happened? The one who is going out of his way to preserve what little there is still left? By the God Emperor, will you keep these slanderous accusations to yourself? Enough. I would not trust you as far as I could throw you, Felix Orselio. It really is time to end this. Felix squares his shoulders and gestures at his guards. I was hoping to find an ally in you, but now you are merely delaying the sorrowful end of your story. Prepare to die. I said that I did not trust that fool?
Challenging me was a mistake.
All right.
Stand your ground.
So we're gonna put her. Let's see. Put her here. I'm gonna put him. Over here. Adira. We're gonna put down here. Let's see, is that Abital? She's going close. Abelard, he's going in close. She'll be fine there. Of course, he's gonna run away.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Oh, dang, she got wrecked. Okay, so she...
As the Emperor commands, faith without deeds is worthless.
Break them around. Follow my lead.
She got freaking. There was no. Okay, Adira. Feel the burn.
Stay vigilant.
Let's see. He's gonna switch over to the long last.
Let's set this in motion.
And then running gun.
Count me out.
Let's see. Avital. She doesn't have any. Oh, she can go there. Let's see. No, she'll just do a normal attack.
I'll pass. Nothing I'm opposing you.
That got him. That took. I'm glad we got him off of the frickin' the board here. Oh yeah, she can't do that far enough. Abelard, he doesn't have any frickin' med kits, so he's going there. I think he's got enough. Yeah. Oh shoot, he should have attacked.
I took care of this one.
She does have a med kit.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. This is unacceptable.
Oh, wounds requirement. No, she can't use it on her?
Why did I not foresee this?
I defy you.
Okay, Adira is going to... Yeah, let's set him on fire.
Follow my lead. Can I fall back now?
You can switch over to the shotgun.
They won't expect this.
I shall not fear. Nothing of value has been lost. I don't have time for this.
Can he charge over and attack him? Yeah.
At your beck and one fewer target.
High momentum.
Let me tend to your wounds.
I owe you one.
Onward. You'll regret
I like making Argenta heal Adira. Alright, Cloud. Have a great night. Have a good night, dude. Get a good night's sleep. Let's see. She's on...
Be gone. I must not falter.
Who's left to kill?
No foe too great. As said, so done.
There we go. Is there anybody left? Wait. Oh, there's one guy over there. Okay.
My tactics are flawless.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Oh, he doesn't have a sidearm.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Doubt is for the... As the Emperor commands,
Okay, that was just
I
bad.
act.
is to come. Will do.
I know what to do. Costly mistake. Every moment a chance for greatness.
Okay, let's see. Argenta
hidden
might
in the
be able to
heart
treat
turn all
and
to
remove.
decay.
Back into the fray.
Healed her, but it didn't necessarily heal her wounds. I'm gonna have to get more medkits somehow, some way.
Stay sharp.
The pale figure with unnaturally long limbs covers her face with her hands, which are deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continually streams from her scarlet-misted eyes. Her spiny gills slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. Only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead hidden by a jeweled ornament, and when your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming soul-smothering power. As the otherworldly creature's gaze slides over you, your entire core shudders in terror. Flashes of past warped nightmares reemerge from the shadows of your memory and paralyze your will. You gasp for air in terror, drowning under a crushing wave of pain. You cannot catch your breath. Hot tears burn on your cheeks. Why is this happening? Why is it happening to you? Why do you feel so lonely and in so much pain? Do these feelings even belong to you? Adira emits something between a moan and a drawn-out whimper. Ow, 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 as if my own little pals weren't bad enough. Now this one's barging into my head. Someone stop her. Heresy. Argenta looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness. Then she lowers her head and her white hair veils her face. Let's see. Persuasion. Lady Cassia, I'm here to help you. Please calm yourself. What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you? Who are you? Dragus von Valancius. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Anise settles over her features and she nods cautiously. Pardon my manners, Dragus. I did not expect to make such a gracious acquaintance in such a time of sorrow for our house. What is this? I feel faint. The heavy-set old man who had been kneeling nearby erupts into low sobs, his eyes swollen from crying, dart desperately around the room as though the veil of ignorance has just been ripped away from them. The child, Lady Cassia, where are you? Sacred child, throne preserved. Despite his venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's side. You! The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet black veins and his bulging milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. A sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk. My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of House Roselio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged it's making the whispers shriek like crazy. You may chase open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are. Avalon places a hand on his weapon. At present, I am trying to determine what is happening on Yurok 5, or I mean you no harm. I came to seek the navigator's aid. I'll grant that you do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wrecked station, or like scoundrels in Felix service. So who are you? Dragus von Valancius, rogue trader. Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy? How interesting. Your kind always makes an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful. And so Celio now asks his service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer. Think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of our house today. You decide. Wait. You said not to hurry in making the decision, but said I can make myself an enemy or a friend to the house today. So obviously, I do have to hurry. What is the curse that has taken hold of everyone in this room? Cursed, you do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. Child's will is the will of the great Tisiphone, for she is the heir of House Orcelio. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft. What service do you ask of me? Hope glimmers in the navigator's milky eyes. Save the sacred child, take her away from the station. I fear I do not have long left. A bluish rivulet trickles down the old man's chin, and he wipes the mutated blood brusquely away from his sleeve. You glimpse strange burns covering his flesh under his clothing. The slightest movement must be causing him unbearable pain. Save the child and deliver her safely to Regent Aranto, acting head of House Orcelio, and the Coronis Expanse. Rest assured that the reward will be worth your effort. I know we came here for a navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl. Jenna looks at Cassie, and a painful sorrow appears on her brow. Such a fragile thing with such a heavy burden on her shoulders. You're talking as though you expect to die here. Theobald shrugs indifferently. My service to the house is coming to an end. The wounds Felix inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying, praised the throne, slowly enough to see that the child is taken care of. You need help. There is a Medicaid deck on my ship. But Theobald only shakes his head. No, I am the keeper of your Act 5, and I will perish along with my station. On that note, I have other matters to attend to. I want to know what happened between you and Felix. Felix is my wayward student. He came to your Act 5 as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child, to revel in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss, to pervert the centuries-long traditions of the family, or of our family. What's up, Wild? How you doing? You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our navigators, Tisiphone Orcelio, who led her house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy, the renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age and taken up the navigator's throne. Felix accused you of treachery, Theobald. Why should I trust your words? Defending myself before strangers, I never thought I would fall so low. The old man looks at the unmoving Cassie and shakes his head in resignation. If the child's life were not at stake, very well, I have no choice or proof of my innocence. I can give you my word as a member of the Navis Nobilite. It is the honest word of an honorable man counts for anything with you. I guarded the station against calamity and incursions from without to the best of my ability. I forced the wardens to strictly observe security protocols. I personally selected every servant, and I faithfully protected the child during the coup. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Now life is going good. Honestly, it's going pretty damn good. I'm glad that you're doing great. It's good to see you. I believe I made my decision. Cassia shall come with me. Good, that is good. The old man nervously licks his lips, but do allow us to say our proper farewells. I will say this, guys. This is what, now that we finish this up.
Wake up, my mistress.
Oh, I'll let them.
My sacred child. It is all over now. It is over.
Oh, excuse me.
What happened? You. I remember you. Have you come to save us?
Child, please, listen to me very carefully. One last time. You will now embark on a voyage with this lord to rejoin the house and its regent in the Coronis Expanse. I will not be able to accompany you on this journey.
No, not you too. Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze. You're coming with me. Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
Mistress, I fear this will be your only order that I dare to disobey. I am the keeper of Urak 5, and alas, I have less than a day left in me. Allow me to serve you one last time and honor my final duty to House Orselio. I will remain on the station and destroy the secrets it holds.
Oh, Theobald.
I regret that we had to meet under such circumstances.
What need have I for your regrets? I
just want things to go back to the way they were before. What are you going to do to me?
Lady Cassia, let us aid one another. Become my navigator, and I shall restore you to House Orselio at the earliest opportunity.
Do not fear what is to come, child. You are ready to guide any vessel. I know this because I taught you myself. And it is difficult to imagine more worthy company than a rogue trader. But remember, your safety is of paramount importance. Get to the Great Regent and fulfill your destiny.
Accompanying a rogue trader on their travels is an honor for any navigator. Let us go.
I can no longer bear the sight of the deathly pale shadows that drape the bodies of the fallen.
All right. All right, guys. I am going to get us back on the ship. Actually, you know what? I might not even try to get us back on the ship because we're looking at, why do I only have 4 people in my, oh. Where's Abelard? We're gonna give her toughness. Let's see, blood augury. Enemies damaged by the navigator, ebb and flow. I'm gonna try to quickly. Okay. I'm gonna try to get us on the ship. Hopefully that doesn't lead to a whole ton of dialogue. Oh look, there's Abelard. Somehow he didn't. No.
Venture forth.
Yeah, Abelard's there. He's not in my party though. That's like really weird. I must be off, falling asleep in my chair. It's time to get ready for sleeps. Honestly, I am gonna be raiding out after this. Like, this is a good stopping point, and I have been talking for like over 2 hours straight, and I'm still recovering from a sinus infection and sore throat. Oh, no, we got more dialogue. I knew it. I should have just quit. It is rough. And I will say there will be no stream tomorrow night. I'm gonna rest my voice tomorrow. So that way my dulcet tones are perfect for karaoke on Thursday night. Because I've been going to do karaoke and I can actually sing, which is interesting. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual. But if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first, your heart starts beating furiously. You don't get to hear me sing. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll see if I can get somebody to record it, and then I'll post it in the Discord. How's that sound? Your heart starts beating furiously, your breaths come short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this sudden wave of unease. Without even looking at the Voxmaster, Cassia waves her away. First, I wish to speak to the rogue traitor. Leave us. Of course. When you are ready for the ritual, please let me know. Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Vigdis, then lowering her lashes slightly turns to you. What do you wish to speak about? Before I begin the ritual, I wish to look up once again into the eyes of the man whose fame is so great and managed to penetrate the impregnable walls of Urok 5 long before we ever met. It truly is you, Dragus, the person the whole expanse and Calixtus sector are talking about, and now a rogue traitor as well. I don't know why they're talking about me yet. And then raises her pointed chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. But now, Cassia throws back her shoulders, I'm ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paint you have on board, but no red. We're going to end this one quick. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me. Few can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is open. Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light help us all. Initiating communion ritual. You hear the exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard, then the stifled gasp of the Lady Navigator, the rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas, and the faint whisper of a brush. I see violet vortexes lashing an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning about the surface in a fiery dance, a storm rising above foaming waters, armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes in a tireless pursuit of her. No, of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone. The Voxmaster recoils at Cassia's words and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator levels. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. Voxmaster Cito, you received 5 Cassie, are you alright in there? Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. Servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain. The throats raw from the strain, and then sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's rite, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them. Rogue traitor, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness is spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two. My sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around. My brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. Hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric, and metallic clicking. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Please spare me a few moments of your time. There are several matters that require attention. First of all, I wish to report on the condition of the station Urak 5. Oh my God, can you people leave me alone for 5 minutes? Regrettably, we arrived too late to evacuate the residents of the station. The warp disruptions affecting Urak 5 twisted the bodies and minds of its attendants. The corruption failed to affect Lady Cassia, thank the Emperor. The navigators are trained to resist the Immaterium's pull. With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we are still looking for an engine seer prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We are also missing some crew, and much more importantly, we have not yet located Heinrich van Kalox, the right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for certain he was not at Urak 5, so keep this in mind when making future plans. Why is it always business with you? Couldn't you sometimes just visit and tell me how wonderful everything is? Everything is? Nah, I'm not going to be that sarcastic. That'll be all for now. I don't want to. I'm done. Back to the bridge. Guys, this is where we're going to end tonight. It has been fun. I've been enjoying it, but I am also, my voice is starting to feel it. And like I said, I want it to be ready for karaoke on whatchamacallit. So we're going to save here. And exit to desktop. Oh, that was fun though. So now we've got a navigator. We did get some brownie points with the winter scales. And yeah, we're gonna move forward. So thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. It's good to be back. Like I said, we won't be streaming tomorrow night. Simply so I can rest my voice for Thursday. Next week, we will be back Monday night, and we're going to try to stream Monday and Wednesday. We're going to see what we can do next week. So thank you all for being here. I'm going to find us somebody to raid. Appreciate y'all. And, again, thank you for the resubs. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for just being here for the raids. Thank you, as always, for your time. It is the one thing that you can't get back, and that you choose to spend it here with me when I'm around. It does mean a lot to me. So let me see who's doing what. Thanks. Let's see. You know what? I think we're going to go visit POB. He's playing some Kingdom Come Deliverance. So y'all have a great night. Take care of yourselves. And again, see y'all soon. And thank you for tuning in tonight. Good night, Potato.
And the streams begin to end. We'll carry all these memories from the Raiders' den, though we scatter to the corners of this